Today we have with us Ritika Karan. Ritika Karan is a M.Sc. Integrated Economics from Shri Vaishno Devi University. She passed out in the year 2022, that means this year only. And then she joined the prestigious PhD program in Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, if I'm right.
Yes.
So, welcome Ritika to the interview. And the question which I will like to put in front of you, that's as the first question, because many people think that yeah, clearing UGC NET JRF or even taking a GATE examination is the necessary thing for joining any prestigious program of PhD in our country. However, it is not the case. So tell us more about your selection procedure to the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade and how you joined it.
Firstly, thank you so much, sir, for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences with everybody. Basically, the thing is, UGC NET or GATE is an important opportunity when you want to go for PhD because it gives you financial benefits as well. But if you want to study from a good institution, some of them don't require UGC NET or GATE exam.
Okay.
Basically, you have studied everything, your graduation and masters in the same domain you want to do your PhD in. My experience was totally different. I have sit for UGC NET once, I couldn't clear it, but right now I am preparing for it again because it is a measure you have to take. But what happened with me was I chose IIFT simply because it is based on international trade and financial relations, which is my
Okay.
area of interest for my PhD. So I filled the form. It was a very sudden decision of mine that I didn't even take a 1 month break after my master's and I started applying for institutes.
Okay.
IIFT was the first institute I applied for my interview.
Hmm.
So they have a very different process. Firstly, we will go with the application format, and then there is a AI proctoring exam. If you have cleared that exam, then you can sit for the interview. But
Okay.
within the AI proctoring exam and the interview, there is a research proposal process, something you want to work with in the future for your PhD. So I made that proposal in a 10-day period and added everything in it. Then I have to submit that proposal and present it during my interview. So I
Okay.
presented the proposal, they liked the synopsis, and followed by a half an hour interview in which they asked my interests, my knowledge about economics, and what else I am expecting from the course.
Mhm.
And after 10 days, 10 or 15 days, I got my result. It was a 2 month process.
Mhm.
I applied for the PhD program in 29th June 2022, and I got my result on 12th of August.
Okay. So quite a long
So
process.
it was quite a long process.
And so you are saying that it is a three-tier examination. First,
Yeah.
you have to clear a written, then you have to send a
Firstly,
research,
yeah,
then research proposal, and after that, an interview with your presentation. Right?
yes.
Okay. And how about letters of recommendation and something like that? Do you require these as well?
Yeah, we require one letter of recommendation. I got my letter of recommendation from my dissertation guide, Dr. Arif Viladar. He was
Okay.
very generous and he told me that you can do this, so we will go for that format only.
Dr. Arif is also from IMT Ghaziabad, if I remember it right
Yeah,
now, right?
yes, he
So
has
he's
worked
having
in
that,
IIT.
yeah. So he's having that experience and all these things and the exposure as well to guide you
Yes,
better.
sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
what was the say criteria with which you were selected initially? Is it the CGPA or is it like you have to apply and everybody gets a chance, something like that? What was the criteria?
So,
Like there must be a minimum criteria.
yeah.
Hmm.
Basically, the minimum educational criteria or your percentage is 55% and above. But
Hmm.
uh, 8 students applied in the PhD course.
Hmm.
I don't really think that CGPA was a major criteria to get your admission in
Hmm.
IIFT.
Hmm.
Basically, they want people who are interested in research and want to pursue that because everybody knows IIFT is the best business school and research institute we have in India. So they
Hmm.
only want students who actually want to do something with their research and do good for the country. So
Hmm.
basically, the thing that happened along with me, 13 students were selected after the AI proctoring exam, out of
Okay.
which 8 gave interview in Delhi campus and 4 in Kolkata campus.
Okay.
And out of these 12 students, only 7 students got selected.
Hmm.
5 students in Delhi campus and 2 students in Kolkata campus. So basically, the thing that happened was interview was based over the research proposal and what is your knowledge of the subject or what you want to pursue in. There were
Mm-hmm.
7 people in the panelists, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody was very good with economics. Obviously, they are working at IIFT. The head was also Mr. Tapia Ghosh, the program director. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
was there, and it was a very rigorous experience. They grilled me a lot. They wanted to get the best. They wanted to get the best out of me. So the thing that happened, and also I think, like, I have four more students with me.
Mm.
I am, and one other girl is the youngest one. One I know is pursuing at the age of 29 years. So there
Okay.
was no, yeah, there was not nothing a criteria like what is their education or what is something else. Basically, they want a research scholar, a proper
Mhm.
research scholar.
And you should have a very good research proposal to get through, because without a good
Yeah,
research proposal, there is no
you
way
can't.
that you can get through.
Yeah. You should
Yeah,
have
that
good
I can
literature
understand.
review. You should know what you are doing and why you are doing it. It is
So you
very
have joined
important.
IIFT, I guess, so a week back. So how is the
Yes, sir.
environment there?
So, firstly, it is a very new experience, and being a research scholar is very different from being a BA or MA student. We see it we are not in the league of a student or not in the league of a professor. We are somewhere in
In
between.
between.
Yeah. So,
You have all the responsibilities and you cannot play around.
yeah, it's like that only. So
Ah,
basically, they are given a light brief of what will happen in the coming 5 years. So
mhm,
firstly, we have to take a 1 year of coursework in which
mhm.
there will be 3 subjects in the first semester that would be generalized economic based subjects.
Okay.
After that, in the second semester, we will have one research paper and seminar how to write it, a
Mhm,
topic on that only.
mhm.
One will be an elective course. Other than
Okay.
that, there will be a seminar paper. So
Mhm,
by August 2023, I'll complete my coursework and then I will get a 3 months time for my synopsis submission.
okay.
Once my synopsis gets submitted, then I have 4 years to submit my PhD.
Okay. So that is
So
the
it's
process
like,
over there.
yeah,
Mhm.
that is the
And every
process.
year there is an evaluation process as well. Like,
Yeah, there
mhm,
are yearly interviews with the DAC, the Association Dissertation Association Committee. After
mhm,
that, I have assigned a supervisor for myself. They have assigned
mhm,
a supervisor, so
mhm,
they will take 6 month based interviews and my progress report. How am I performing and what else is there? Since
mhm.
I am not a GRF student, I am getting institutional stipend that is 15,000 a month.
Okay.
So it will also be given on the basis of my performance.
Okay, okay, okay. And once you
Yeah.
clear JRF or something, so that money can come
Then,
from the
yeah,
yeah,
UGC.
funding organization, yeah, UGC in
Yeah.
your case. Okay, so do you also have any paper requirements as well, like that?
Yeah.
You have to publish some papers before you can submit your dissertation.
Yes. Basically, we have to submit 2 research papers during our PhD course, and we have to present our papers in 2 seminars. So the
Okay,
papers we have to submit should be in A grade or B grade category of research
okay.
journals like
Hmm.
APDC or Scopus or institutions like that.
Hmm.
So basically, after my synopsis gets submitted, I have to work on research papers. I guess we can do it in 2 types. One is
Hmm.
you can formulate the objectives and then work on them for your research. The
Hmm.
other is that you can make it chapter wise.
Okay.
Suppose I am starting my study with a topic, I can
Hmm.
make 4 chapters or 5 chapters out of it. So
Okay.
the research papers or the seminars in which you will present should align with the area of your research interest.
Hmm.
So then, if you create and do this criteria and go for this criteria, then it is fine.
Hmm. So that is the way. In fact, that is the way, I guess so, everywhere.
Yeah.
Or more or less, this is the pattern which is
Yes, more
followed
or less.
in every
The
institution.
one thing different
Hmm.
here in IIFT is the admission process. No one asks you for the research proposal beforehand.
Even if they are asking for a synopsis or a research proposal, that does not constitute the major part of your selection process. But
Yes,
in institutions like IIFT, I'm pretty sure that your research
yes.
proposal has to be good in order to clear the examination
Yeah.
or to clear
You
the
have
admission
to
process.
know, you have to tell, and you have to explain everything about your proposal.
And
It is the main measure.
And does it also happen that the research proposal which you have submitted for your admission process, this is only the research proposal on which you can work with, or there is a flexibility that you can change over a period of time?
There is a plus minus 5 to 10% flexibility, not more than that. I mean,
Oh,
I have
okay.
talked to my research guide and she
Mhm.
liked my synopsis, so she told me that we can go further with that also.
In
But
that way only
on,
you are also
yeah,
assigned a supervisor, right?
yeah,
Because
based on
if
my interest.
based on your interest and based on their expertise as well, because
Yeah,
you will not be assigned somebody who is not having an expertise in your area or whichever
yes,
you have preferred for.
that is the criteria over there.
So that is in fact even a better way of going for research, because
Yes,
usually in many institutions, as I know, what happens is that people come and they have absolutely nothing in their mind. They are just good students, they join, and they also do very good in coursework because they are good students.
good
After
students.
that, when the research aptitude or the research requirement starts, then they start faltering, and there are many dropouts. Many people cannot submit their PhDs even in 5 to 6 years, and are struggling a lot. Their
Yeah.
publications are not getting, say the papers are not getting published and so on. So that is a very good thing. How about the international exposure of IIFT?
As far as I have seen, noticed, or looked upon, IIFT has major international relations with so many universities all over the world. The
Hmm.
best part here is, since we are covering the international trade and relations, the best part would be that, suppose I talk about my topic, I chose exchange rate volatility with exports to the other countries, and I
Hmm.
took the four major trading partners. So if
Hmm.
I'm working with a topic like that and something like this, a conference arrives, I have the best part to present somewhere my paper or other researches. Many students who have done their PhDs or MAs from IIFT are in abroad. Somebody is in University of Sussex, somebody is in Leeds, somebody is in Yale. Everybody is doing great, and we have a very good amount of faculty in IIFT also.
Hmm. So
Economics, yeah.
mhm. So do they also give you a chance to say attend international conferences and
Yes,
seminars
they
abroad?
do. Yes, they
Hmm?
do.
And they fund
Yes.
as well, because funding will be a big issue to attend a
Funding is a
conference.
big issue, but yeah, but if you are presenting your institute while you are going for a conference, because as long as I am a part of IIFT, everything that I will present come in the name of IIFT, and it
Obviously.
is a deemed to be university under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So I
Okay.
guess there will be a little lineage for that.
Because as I remember in IITs also, they have this understanding that they usually fund their MTech or say masters as well as their PhD students at least once in their
Once.
lifetime, so that they can go and attend a conference abroad. Because joining or going and or say attending a conference abroad needs a lot of
Means a
money.
lot.
Yeah, and also the exposure which you can get while joining a conference, say offline, is far better than if you are attending a
Yes.
conference online. So, because connections work, right? So,
Yeah.
connections are very important, and you need to make that connection. That is important. Okay, so this is all about your PhD program and so on. Now, if you see the environment of IIFT, and since you are a research scholar, so you have definitely a very different experience. But if you see the students over there, say in the BA, MA programs, or in the say graduation and post graduation program, and you see our university, what are the things which you will like to compare?
The major difference, since my coursework has started, I am sitting with the MA Eco students in
Okay.
IIFT only.
Hmm.
The first semester coursework will with them only. So the biggest difference I feel is that the students are same everywhere. They have a same thought process and everything.
Hmm.
But here, most of the students, like 80% of the students in MA Eco at IIFT are DU products.
Okay. Hmm.
So basically, the thing that changes here the most is the horizon till which the student can think. There is no
Hmm.
limit to that horizon, which I
Hmm.
think somewhat lacks in SMVD.
Hmm.
The students have their own opinion, they are opinionated, they have a very, very good thought process, and they know what they are doing.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
in SMVD, I feel some students are still figuring out what they want to do.
What to do? What
Yes,
to do?
sir.
What to do?
Even if I talk about myself, I was not sure till the final year of my in SMVD what do I want to do further. But when I sat and thought कि नहीं अब खत्म हो गया अब तो कुछ सोचना
कुछ
है
तो
then
करना
I
पड़ेगा.
हाँ then I looked out for options and I thought that PhD is the best option at this age because I'll be completing my PhD while I'll be 28 or something
Yeah, you
and
will be
it
in
is a
your
very
20s
good
for sure.
yeah, and it is a great opportunity to start at 28 with the highest doctoral degree one can have and
Yeah.
then look for options.
So, like you were saying, and this is very right, that students over there might be having a very good focus, and this is not the case in SMVD. And
Yeah.
how about the teaching part? Like, how about the teachers who are teaching you in IIFT and the teachers who have taught you in SMVD? How similar and different they are?
The similar thing is that in SMVD also some professors have really good knowledge because they have come from really great places of
Mhm.
studying, of experience, of exposure, and
Mhm.
same is the path with IIFT. But the difference in the professors of SMVD and IIFT is that IIFT professors get more opportunities and more options.
Okay. Mhm.
More
So you,
options in terms of you are sitting in Delhi, everything that is happening in Delhi regarding the international trade or the economy or any little seminar also you can be a part of it, which is
Mhm.
somewhat lacking in SMVD.
Okay. And how about the teaching process? Like the when we are teaching in our university, the kind of aids which we are using, the kind of books which we are using, the kind of say technical things with which we are equipped with, and say IIFT. So how IIFT is, I'm pretty sure that they are better than us. So where they get better?
Basically, a professor looks best with his marker on his whiteboard because he can explain his imagination and he can tell everybody everything he knows.
Ritika, if I can just stop for a second and will like to clap for you, that this is something which is very true and this is something which is very close to my heart. When you are presenting everything through PPTs, I guess so students sleep for the whole of the class. On the other hand, if you do the same thing on the board with a marker, with a chalk, even if there are classes which are, and this is the kind of experience which you are sharing is something which I also came to know. One of our students went to, I guess so, somewhere in Southeast Asia to some very good university, and he left that and he came back and he then joined IITs he joined one of the IITs first in India. Then he left that IIT and he went to another IIT. He completed his degree. And I asked, man, you got a chance to study abroad, and that too, I guess so, in a far good technical institution. Why you left? He said that when I joined the university, I felt so bad because everybody came with PPTs, everybody showed the PPT and left, and I was really feeling like that you can send me the PPT, I can study on my own. What is
Yes,
the
that
need
is
for
the
the
case.
class? And
If
it is really
you,
true. Mhm.
yeah, and basically, if you are teaching like that, you keep the student on his toes.
Mhm.
Like we can think, we can know that somebody is putting so much effort, we also have to do good.
Yeah, true,
Yeah,
true.
here also our classes happen in a conference hall. So both the sides there are projectors. The PPTs or the subject material gets displayed, but the professor teaches on the whiteboard only,
Oh, amazing,
and it is the
amazing. This
best experience.
and I'm really having more respect for IIFT now because if this is happening in IIFT, I'm pretty sure that students are getting more out of the class rather than just going for a presentation based class, which is
Yes,
not
sir.
making much of sense. Okay,
And it is
and
not of much use also.
okay. So, how else you will like to say, like, means what I'm asking is, or what I'm trying to ask is that what are your suggestions? Because now, since you have been to our university for 5 years and you have seen yourself growing as well as the university, what kind of changes we should make so that we can make the institution better from the teaching, from say the teacher students experience?
I think that SMVD has a lot of potential, being the professors that are employed over there. The students also work hard and then they come. Very less students are there who are just come as in and have no use or no study.
Mhm.
But I think that everybody should get a little openness now.
Mhm.
Everyone should get some space so that they can do the best they can do.
Mhm.
And by space, I believe that uh, इन ऐसे वीडियो द थिंग्स आर वेरी मतलब ऐसे है कि ये करना है तो यही करना है पर वो
Mhm.
नहीं होना चाहिए
बहुत ज्यादा
देयर
स्ट्रिक्ट
शुड
है।
हाँ बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है मतलब
फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं है।
बिल्कुल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं है द सिस्टम इज वेरी रिजिड
हम्म।
so there should be a little flexibility everybody should get even the professors I think don't get much opportunity to do the things they want to do as they want to do so I think there should be some space
Oh,
yeah
your favorite teacher in SMVD?
Arif sir.
Arif sir. Okay, because not only because that you did your dissertation under him, but because also of his teaching, right?
Yes, because of his teaching, I have been studying under him for the 5 years, for the previous 5 years. So he's
Mhm.
my favorite teacher.
Okay, and what is something which you like about SMVD?
Something I like. Other than the landscape,
Mm. Yeah, the landscape is the best part, right? Every
the
day you
best,
have a new wallpaper. You
yes,
see
the best
towards the
part.
mountains and you have a best wallpaper. Yeah, apart from the landscape.
I basically like the environment we are in.
Okay.
Deleting some of the factors that happen inside the campus, but I like
Mhm.
the environment because in Delhi, I don't get that environment.
Yeah, that
I
I can
get the
feel.
education, I get the facilities, I get the department, but I don't get that environment.
You will also get a lot of cough, cold, and the dirt and the dust and all these things also because Delhi is
Yes,
so polluted these days. It is
yes,
sometimes
sir.
very difficult. The visibility goes down to even
Yeah, there's no
50
visibility.
meters, 10 meters, 20 meters like that. You cannot see beyond that. So it
Yes,
happens.
sir.
It happens. Yeah, that is for sure. What is the thing which you hate about this? I can always edit this part, but you are free to say that.
The thing, there won't be generally a thing that I hate about SM video, but
Hmm,
one thing is that I enjoyed my part over there also. It was a
hmm,
very good experience, but
hmm.
there were some breakdowns and some things which I don't like. You don't have
Okay.
space. The one thing that I talked you about, matlab, even if you want something or you have an emergency,
Hmm,
you
hmm,
have
hmm,
to go
hmm, hmm,
through so many phases to curb that issue. That is something I don't like.
hmm, 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 hmm. Okay. Your memorable experience in SMVD, best experience in SMVD.
Uh, all the fests, every fest that I attended,
Mhm.
be it Resurgence, be it Artha, be it ICE, be it the conferences, everything was great. These were my favorite experiences. The best part was the Resurgence.
Resurgence. Who organized Resurgence?
Yeah, we all know who organizes Resurgence.
Resurgence, but I'm very sorry to say that Resurgence is not organized for last 3 years now, I guess so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The
and
last one,
students.
Vayu House won.
Oh, why you? Why you? Yeah, and it's like 3 years now that we could
Yes,
not
sir.
hold resurgence, and students might be feeling it. The same goes for
Yes,
what was
sir.
the one which we were organizing before resurgence? Mm,
Diksha.
no, 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 no. The cultural fest, the introduction part of it. Mm,
Concordance.
Concordance, yeah. So Concordance is also not organized. Resurgence is also not organized for last 3 years because of COVID for sure, but then
Yeah,
also because of a lot
some
of
other factors, yeah.
taking place. And student must be missing that because all these
Yeah.
fests help you to rejoice and rejuvenate
And
so that you can concentrate more on your studies and more on your other things as well. And it
SM
really
video is
hurts.
most energetic when there are fests going on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Students feel better and they are really proactive in all these things. And
Yeah.
the meaning of the fest or organizing a fest in universities and colleges is precisely that students should get some time out of their daily activities of studies and academics and enjoy a little bit so that they get refreshed. And if it is not happening, so students feel dull and dumb
Yeah.
as well, I guess. So if I can use this word. Okay. Till now, the best experience in SMVTU or IIF?
Best experience. It is a tough one. I have been a part of BSP for such a long time. I have been in the writing and editing committee of almost all the fests that have been organized, and
Mhm,
I got that position because of my hard work. So many
mhm,
teachers and professors and so many seniors acknowledge that, and I think
mhm.
that is something I will take with myself all the time.
Okay, that's really amazing because this editing part is really a big headache, and
Yeah,
whenever I'm a part of it, I really feel like that I need a couple of pills to manage
yeah.
myself well. That really happens. That really happens. So, Ritika, where do you see yourself after, say, completing your PhD? Whether you will like to join academics or whether you will like to go for some other ventures.
So honestly, I am not a person who can visualize what she'll be doing in the next 5 or 6 years, say. But one thing that I want is I wanted to study abroad for PhD also. But
Mhm,
I talked to so many people and got so many reviews. The first thing that was a hindrance was a bridge program, 1 year bridge
mhm,
program.
mhm,
And the opportunity was that I can initially start off with my PhD here, but then I have to wait for 1 year and do some other courses to go for PhD. So
mhm,
I
mhm,
decided to stay here for my PhD. The first thing that I want to do is I want to go for a postdoctoral abroad.
mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
after you
I
complete your
am,
PhD, you will
yeah,
like to go for a postdoctoral degree. Mhm,
postdoctoral, yeah.
mhm.
And one other thing that I don't think I have something that I could be a good teacher, but I want to go in research.
Why do you think so that you cannot be a good teacher?
I don't know. I don't have that cake or niche. I am good at
Is it
studying, but I'm
uh,
not good at teaching.
expressing?
Yeah.
But is it something which you felt from inside, or somebody told you that you will never be a good teacher?
No, no, I felt it from inside. I don't take criticisms much well. So,
How difficult it is to make friends at the PhD level. I'm pretty sure that you must be having friends in SMVDU,
yes, yes.
but when you joined IIFT and that too in a PhD program, so you are considered as a mature person and you have somebody as your classmate who is 29 years so age difference is also higher. So is it difficult to make friends in master's program, oh sorry, in PhD programs, and it was easier in SMVDU?
Not really. Basically, the thing that happened, we are five in our group, and I am the
Mhm,
youngest of all. But
mhm,
we all know we have done something, that's why we are here. And we all know
mhm,
that the five of us have to stay with each other and help each other out and discuss everything with each other for the next 5 years. So it was
mhm,
very easy coming. We didn't have to do any efforts to make friends.
mhm, mhm.
It was an
I
easy
have
process, and like you said, that everybody is very mature now, so it is easier to make connections with maturity.
okay. I have a little bit different question now.
Yeah.
Do you think that mm, it is difficult to help each other when you are graduating or post graduating and easier when it comes to PhD? Because as you said that it was like now we know that we have to stay together and help each other, so it came very easy and you people became very friends or say very friendly. Given the experience in SMVDU, and I know a lot of things, therefore I'm saying this, I'm not going to point it out on anybody. It is, I've seen that people do not stay together, even if they were friendly, and it is very
Hmm.
difficult to be friends for 5 years
Yes.
in
Yes.
a say master's program, but it is easier in the PhD program.
Yeah.
Why?
So the thing is, when we are in our master's program, we don't know what we will be doing with our lives. Like we were 37 of our batch, some have gone for study, some have gone for corporate, some are still figuring out what they want to do. everybody has a different domain going on in their life. But
And
like
they do
when I
not
have,
gel, and they do not, if I
yeah,
can say, if I can say, they do not gel well as well,
yeah,
right?
they do not.
So why it is the case? Like, just because that you are
So
competing with
I
each other,
like,
or
yeah, yeah, competition is there. Other than that, you yourself said that the level of maturity is a bit less. So
Hmm.
they sometimes don't know that what they are doing is wrong, but they are anyway doing it because it is their right, I guess. But in
Hmm.
PhD, like I have said, this is our main goal now. This is the highest degree achievable,
And
and
also the group is smaller, right?
smaller. The group is smaller.
Hmm.
The
Easy to
entity is
maintain.
now smaller. Yeah, easy, very easy to maintain.
Hmm.
For now, it's
Okay.
just been two
Okay.
weeks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritika, for sharing your experience with us, and I'm pretty sure that it will be helpful for students. Okay.